Locks heartburn for a full 24 hours. For one-and-done heartburn relief, Prilosec OTC, 1 pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
Colbert's got RuPaul plus Ed Sheeran tonight on the Emmy-nominated Late Show.
I weigh every decision against one thought. What's best for this family? From my great-great-grandfather to my children, the only goal is survive another season.
Yellowstone. See it from the first episode starting September 17th on CBS.
Who has what it takes to become America's best? This is the Challenge USA.
The tide is high and summer is holding on. I've got your supermoon details and heat wave temps in the full forecast. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Hurricane Idalia makes landfall in Florida, where it's headed next as it leaves a path of destruction in its wake. Plus, Governor Whitmer lays out her legislative agenda for the rest of the year, what she wants the legislature to focus on when session resumes next week. And downtown Marquette's final Wednesday farmers market of the season. We talk with businesses and the market manager about how the new location worked out this summer. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
It was so pleasant out there today, but I'm already preparing for another cold night.
It is going to be a little bit chilly out there, not as cold as yesterday evening, but those temperatures are still going to be dipping down into the 40s this evening, maybe down as low as 35. But we've got some fog, especially inland away from Lake Superior. The rest of this week, though, majority of those days are going to be sunny, mostly clear for the evenings, and then we'll be back up into those 90-degree temperatures coming this weekend later on, mostly Sunday and Monday. Today we saw a high of 65 degrees. I've got your 7-day outlook and weekend event planners on the way.
Hurricane Idalia whipped into Georgia and South Carolina after smashing into Florida today with maximum sustained winds of 125 miles an hour and fury that left behind extensive damage to homes and businesses all up and down the state's west coast. Jason Allen is in the town of Steinhatchee, close to where Idalia first came ashore.
Idalia unleashed its destructive force on a wide stretch of Florida's Gulf Coast. The storm made its fearsome landfall Wednesday morning as a Category 3 hurricane. Carving a long trail of destruction, Idalia landed southeast of Tallahassee in the less populated Big Bend region of the Florida Panhandle.
It went through one of our least populated corridors you could ask for it to go through.
But officials say the remote location is likely to slow the work of search teams.
The search and rescue operations have been ongoing from the moment that the storm passed.
Here in the coastal community of Steinhatchee, the 9-foot storm surge, it flooded streets and it partially submerged businesses and homes. Connie Walden rode out the storm at home. She was there when this tree landed on her roof. Did you know when you heard the boom what had happened outside?
No, had no idea. No, but everything shook.
Across the region, streets turned into rivers and winds downed power lines, leaving thousands without power. In the town of Crystal River, residents were brought to safety, while people in Tampa slogged through floodwaters.
I didn't expect to have to kind of wade through water to get here. The streets all flooded out.
No one was injured when a century-old oak tree fell on the governor's mansion in Tallahassee. After pummeling Florida, Idalia pushed into Georgia and the Carolinas, bringing the threat of more storm surge, heavy rains, and dangerous winds.
The National Hurricane Center says Idalia is now a tropical storm and predicted it would move deeper into the Atlantic this weekend. And while Idalia made landfall today, a Lower Michigan nonprofit was loading up their first rounds of supplies to the region. Disaster Relief at Work is now putting together relief kits. Andres Gutierrez has the story from their warehouse in Waterford.
With the buckets, we start with the heaviest items.
They're 5-gallon buckets filled with supplies often overlooked but crucial in the aftermath of hurricanes like Idalia.
household cleaners, rags, sponges, and trash bags, scrub brushes.
For more than a decade, Disaster Relief at Work, aka DRAW, has been helping natural disaster survivors around the country salvage whatever is left behind.
So at the end of the day, when you go to clean up, you have something nice to use at the end of the day. We're also sending down tarps to cover roofs and get things that are exposed covered.
Volunteers like Vicky play a vital role in assembling these kits. Over the last 5 years, she's been crafting these one-of-a-kind flood bags from recycled materials.
It's better than obviously a cardboard box, and the plastic tubs are too heavy for wet items. For these, you put them in and the water just drains out, and you can take about 40 pounds in it.
The truck transporting the supplies left this morning and will station itself just outside of Florida until they're directed to the hardest hit areas. In the meantime, volunteers focused on helping those affected by last week's strong storms here at home.
We're waiting to hear back from some local organizations here in the Metro Detroit area where we had a lot of flooding. So a lot of these buckets will go to right here in the Metro Detroit area to help Metro Detroiters. I mean, this is an opportunity for us to show that we care for Michigan.
It kind of just hits you that, that this is a disaster and you truly are helping people.
In Lansing today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer addressed the public and announced her legislative agenda for the rest of 2023. During the address, Governor Whitmer discussed her plans to streamline construction permitting. She says to make things happen faster, she wants to pass legislation that would streamline the process for advanced manufacturing, infrastructure, and housing to support Michigan manufacturers. The governor ended her address by voicing support for voter security during the upcoming elections.
We cannot allow the will of the people to be tossed out or overturned, and we can't permit politicians to stay in office despite getting voted out. We must ensure that Michiganders are heard and respected.
For more information about the governor's announcement today, you can visit our mobile app and our website, WZMQ19.com. Throughout this summer, Wednesday nights in Marquette were taken over by the downtown farmers market. WZMQ Scott Minshaw has more on how the market's first year on Washington Street went.
It's estimated 30,000 people made the trip to downtown Marquette this summer to enjoy the farmers market. Patrons could purchase everything from handmade hats to locally grown produce.
A lot of new artisans out from the community, so I'm really excited about a lot of the apparel vendors that are coming out. We have like MQTs, we have Cutthroat Kids.
The market attracted over 40 vendors weekly this summer. The community support for the market gave them a reason to keep coming back.
Big thing for me being a small business is just the consistency, and the consistent cash flow has been awesome for the business, absolutely.
It's not just the vendors who felt the positive impact. Businesses along Washington Street say they received a high amount of foot traffic on Wednesday nights.
A great opportunity for people that maybe don't come shopping on Washington Street to come in and see what we're all about.
One business owner raised concerns about the market. With the street being shut down at 2:30 p.m. to allow for vendors to set up, they said it could cut down on prime shopping time throughout the summer. The business did not want to speak on camera, but the Marquette DDA said they recognize the concerns and are exploring options for next year's market.
Next year, again, unofficially, we would look at shutting the street down a little later. Our vendors are very efficient at setting up, which is really great, but still definitely, the market would be 5 to 8 p.m., so we are going to have to shut the street down sooner than that. The
DDA says they are looking forward to next summer. An unofficial schedule is expected to be released at the end of the calendar year. Scott Minshaw, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
The Saturday morning farmers market will continue through November 18th. Marquette's Blues Fest kicks off in just a couple days, but if you can't get enough music, just head downtown throughout the weekend. The 10th annual Vinyl Record Show is back. It's upstairs at the Ordock Brewing Company. Every night from Thursday through Monday, you can flip through decades-old vinyl records, CDs, and cassette tapes. With around 130 vinyl records per box, you are sure to find your fair share of oldies, classic rock, and more. Organizers say they are always thrilled to share the love of music.
Really, one of the most fun things is that we meet new people who become lifelong friends. Some of the best friends I have in my entire life and world are because of these record shows.
On Sunday, there will be a surprise movie, and then later that night, the final show will host a trivia night. We have a link to more details on our website and our mobile app. A food fundraiser for a Marquette hospitality house is giving donors a chance to win too. The Mariucci Family Beacon House is hosting its reverse draw raffle this Sunday at Black Rocks Brewing Company from noon to 3. Each ticket purchased will be drawn, and then the last remaining ticket is the big winner of $5,000. But participants can then enter into the rebound raffle for another prize. And all the proceeds are going toward the Beacon House's Fresh Food Fund for those staying there.
When I first started fundraising for Beacon House 15 years ago, I thought it was going to be hard. I thought it would be difficult to do. And it's just so easy now. It's easy to just share the story with people about the lives we're changing. We're making them laugh. We're feeding them. We're making cancer patients gain weight.
We have a link to buying tickets right now on our website and mobile app. The Escanaba Daily Press newspaper is bringing back its fan favorite Taste of Home cooking show this year, now with a taste of the island. The show will take place at the Island Resort and Casino on September 14th. The island's convention executive chef and sous chef will demonstrate how to cook a variety of dishes with some ingredients even provided by local growers. One segment will feature the temperature-based method of sous vide cooking, and the other will feature recipes for the crock pot and instant pot.
Busy. We help two-income families and things of that nature. So to help people to try and make their lives easier by preparing items in the morning and then go to work and not worry about it. The kids will come home from school and the meal's already ready to go.
A buffet lunch will be provided between segments. Limited tickets are available for $25 at the Daily Press and Elmhurst County Market. Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, what a new study reveals about the occurrence of mental health conditions in children. And later, how you can adopt a new furry friend this weekend at no cost. We're back in 2 minutes.
"19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Tonight,
I love me some Stephen Colbert.
Colbert's got RuPaul plus Ed Sheeran tonight on the Emmy-nominated Late Show.
The #1 smart home security company wants you to know that home security is now more affordable than ever. With our home security system, you get 24/7 peace of mind, with professional monitoring that can include theft, fire, flood, and carbon monoxide protection. Monitoring professionals provide fast response times to emergency responders when your system is triggered. And you can now monitor on your phone, with better views of your home. Protection you can absolutely trust. You can also get indoor and outdoor cameras that include doorbell security, and you can control your system virtually anywhere with the very convenient mobile app. So, what are you waiting for to make your home and family safer with secure monitoring? Call now for a free in-home consultation that will allow you to customize your security. Don't delay. Get a smart home security system today and enjoy our 6-month money-back guarantee. Call 800-818-4892. Call now.
My dad, he's a double amputee, and he's one of my favorite people in the world. To me, a hero is someone who fights for our country and freedom. My dad is a hero. Homes for Our Troops built this house, and my dad can get through the wide doorways. He can reach anything.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post-9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Well, we are already starting to slip into those 40s. As you can see, Newberry, Manistee, and Escanaba about 47, 49 degrees. Everybody else just a smidge warmer, but we'll expect those temperatures definitely to drop a little bit further this evening, 45 to 55. But we could see temperatures even in those mid to upper 30s, mostly along the interior. We're expecting fog this evening, maybe some in the morning on the east side there. But other than that, we should have sunny skies tomorrow, another clear night. Those temperatures a little bit warmer tomorrow evening. And then during the day on Friday, breezier conditions and temperatures 75 to about 85 degrees. So it's going to be a wonderful weekend as far as our weather is going. Taking a look at our comfort zone, we want to be in this ideal range, but take a look here. Watch that yellow dot moving all around, mostly in the cool and dry section, but flipping on up to the hot and dry area. We'll be in the ideal conditions tomorrow before things get a little bit heated coming up this weekend. Our UV index tomorrow 7, so make sure you're reapplying sunscreen every 30 minutes or 2 hours, I should say. 30 SPF. And that burn time, though, is 30 minutes instead of 15 when we've got that higher UV index. So a lot of activity down south here. We're not seeing any of that precipitation as of right now. The past hour or so, most of it north or south of us down there by Florida and the Carolinas. But taking a look at the radar currently, it is very dry out there as far as any rain showers or thunderstorms. So that's something to celebrate. Taking a look, though, as we get into this Wednesday evening, mostly clear skies, and we'll have a nice sunny day and evening before we see some clouds start to push in the later hours on that Thursday night. Mostly clear skies there for the east half of the UP on the Friday morning, and then we should see some showers and thunderstorms moving in the early evening hours, very possible, and then hopefully things clear out there after about 7 or 8 o'clock. Not expecting a whole lot of precipitation, though, for the rest of our Labor Day weekend. Taking a look at what's expected for our school day tomorrow, 70 to 80 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit hot out there. Send your student with a hat and some sunglasses as we've got lots of sunshine across the UP. Take a look at your area and what your temperature could be. But like I said, most of us in that 70-degree range. We've got the Marquette Area Blues Fest going on as well. Things kick off on Friday, a little bit breezy, a high of 81, and then we are just increasing all weekend. Look at that, maybe 90 degrees here in the lower harbor. So we've got the muggy meter as we've got more of humid conditions expected early next week. And taking a look at our 7-day in Marquette, we've got lots of sunshine, possible showers returning midweek.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Summer is definitely winding down with the last holiday of the season just a few days away. Carl Bonak says Labor Day weekend marks the end of summer and the beginning of meteorological fall.
This summer was front-end loaded. By that, I mean the warmest days were early in the season. There was a 10-day stretch with highs of 80 or above from May 26th through June 4th. The warmest week was the 7-day stretch from June 18th through 24th, with a mean temperature of 71.8 degrees. Highs hit 90 or above on 3 days, with one of them occurring outside of meteorological summer on May 31st. Similarly, the temperature can crack the 90-degree mark during the early days of autumn. In fact, last year, the temperature hit 90 degrees on September the 2nd. The most outstanding September heat wave in recent times occurred 21 years ago. High temperatures soared above 90 for 3 consecutive days, from September 7th through the 9th, 2002. The summer of 2023 may be back-end loaded too, if NOAA's extended forecast verifies. It predicts a huge swath of above-average temperatures in the early days of September over the central U.S., including upper Michigan. For reference, the average high and low on September 1st is 72 and 51 at the National Weather Service site near Negaunee. By the end of the month, the average high and low sinks to 60 and 41. NOAA's climate forecast model calls for temperatures to end up above average for the month as a whole. The precipitation forecast is for below normal rainfall. And yes, there can even be snowfall in September, but it's unusual. The last measurable snow at the National Weather Service was 30 years ago when 1.7 inches fell on September 29, 1993.
High school students had their first day back in the classrooms for the Iron Mountain School District today. After summer break, the school resource officer says students are in high spirits with minimal hiccups in finding their classrooms. Many students say they were excited to be back in the halls and socializing with their friends. Sergeant Ray says when it comes to busing, it may take a few days for the kids to find their routine.
Good teachers, good quality, everybody's like getting along. School for me is awesome. I like study skills.
Kids seem to navigate the halls, get to their classes, it went well. By the end of this week, the kids should know which bus they have to get on. Today's a little rough for getting kids on buses. They did add another bus this year, so a little more confusion for the kids.
Sergeant Ray says even though there's been a little confusion with busing, the students were very well behaved today. An Iron Mountain restaurant is helping the school's girls volleyball team raise money. The athletes say the fundraiser at Bimbo's Wine Press tomorrow is helping the team pay for new jerseys. While Bimbo's Wine Press prepares to serve pizzas all day, the team is getting ready to serve up tomorrow's match against Ishpeming. Two seniors say their new jerseys will be a major improvement, and the entire team will head to the wine press after the match.
Only coaches have seen. She's kind of described them to us, but we have not seen them yet. That they're a lot better because there was talk that our previous ones were illegal because the design was on the sleeves and it can't be on the sleeves. Yeah. So we changed that up a little bit. So our whole team will be there.
The whole team's going because we think it's like a group effort thing. Like we can't just not have a few people missing. Like we're a team. We're all about that team bond. So. Yeah.
The team will set up on their home court tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Time. The U.S. Surgeon General, meanwhile, has sounded the alarm about what he calls a crisis in youth mental health. The National Alliance on Mental Illness, or NAMI, finds 50% of all mental health conditions appear by age 14, and schools play a vital role in providing or connecting children and families to services.
I think some big things to look out for. One, is your child sleeping a whole lot more than they generally do, or a whole lot less, eating a whole lot more, eating a whole lot less? If they're not showing up in a way that you can recognize them, that's going to be an issue. Those are red flags.
I always like to say that adults should remain curious and just ask, general questions, but not open or not close-ended questions.
Experts also suggest parents ask their kids to rate their school day on a scale of 1 to 10 to get a better sense of how their child is doing and normalize relationships with school-based counselors and staff. If you're a Packers fan that's still a little bitter about Aaron Rodgers leaving, you might want to check out this bar in Milwaukee. We'll tell you why next.
When the sun's out.
Things that get us excited?
Sunscreen.
Who gets excited about sunscreen? Give me that sunscreen! Woo!
The fun's out.
Oh, give me that SPF 30, SPF 50, SPF 70!
On Pictionary.
Jacuzzi, hot jacuzzi again! You're going to Panama!
Pictionary, weekdays at 7 on WZMQ CBS. Save big money on your next project with 11% off everything at Menards. Protect your cargo with our great selection of hitches and ratchet straps. Secure your passion and save big money. A 2-pack of Smart Straps, Ratchet X ratchet straps are $12.99 after rebate. Tow smarter with the Tow Smart Tri-Ball Mount Trailer Hitch. It features 3 different hitch ball sizes and resists rust and corrosion. Pick one up today for only $24.99 after 11% rebate. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Finally, I get to
come to the J Hud Show.
Jenny My Jenkins got the most out of being a talk show host. And you met your husband on The Real.
Your man might be somewhere right around here.
Husband? Plus, Robin Thede is humble and hilarious. Can we brag on you for a quick second? Oh, Lord.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6. You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
A Milwaukee sports bar is taking game days to the next level, willing to give out potentially thousands of free drinks when Aaron Rodgers is on the field. Jenna Wells has the story.
Two things Wisconsinites love: football and free beer. You could get a lot of it here at Jack's on Brady this fall, but there's a few rules you'll have to follow.
So we created something to get people in the door to watch a lot of our old Packer alums.
A deal that seems too good to be true.
I think it's I just think it's a great publicity stunt.
Great idea. I think it'll draw some people in.
Every time the New York Jets lose a game this season, with Aaron Rodgers on the starting line, Jack's American Pub will pay everyone's bar tab.
We like to, be a little risky, and I think it's kind of a fun way to communicate and interact with our customers.
Here are the rules. You must start your tab 15 minutes before the game and stay the whole game.
No food is included, no top shelf.
The deal's also off if a Packers game is on at the same time. With the promo gaining nationwide attention, it's expected to be busy.
I hope it's a wholesome camaraderie.
I hope that people are patient and friendly and tip their bartenders.
The announcement's already bringing a lot of excitement, with locals planning out their watch nights.
I'm thinking about the Bills, and I'm thinking about maybe the Dolphins. They should be pretty good, so I'm going to come out when I can win.
The unique deal speaks to Wisconsin's complicated relationship with Rodgers.
I'm a little bit worried about the fact that we're spending so much time talking about our ex.
Wish him the best, but I think some free drinks would be great.
Jack's will be open for the first Jets game of the season. That's Monday, September 11th against the Buffalo Bills.
We're going to have to get a follow-up story on that one at the end of the season. Well, sewing is making a comeback. Danya Backus shows us.
Keep pinning and let's see what happens.
At this summer camp songs are replaced with the hum of sewing machines. And instead of games,
we're making a backpack. We need an edge, don't we?
Kids here are playing with patterns and fabric.
Here you go.
Samantha Bloom and Amy Russell started Stitch Space LA nearly 4 years ago.
The goal of just having people learn how to sew, how to crochet, how to knit, and want to make things.
Sewing has seen a rise in popularity in recent years. Pandemic lockdowns, along with people choosing sustainability over fast fashion, has them turning to one of the original DIY skills.
There's been people out there who have been upcycling and refashioning and sharing their sewing skills, Instagram videos and those sorts of things, and watch people create, and then the influencers catching on to it. Yeah. I think that has been inspiring to a certain level for a lot of people.
Here at Stitch Space LA, they've seen an increased demand for classes. People of all ages wanting to learn or improve their sewing skills.
They're just to create like a freedom where it's like there are no rules. Well, there are. Like, don't sew over your fingers, and when you're not looking, don't put your foot on the pedal.
I love seeing things be created. I love, putting on a shirt and being like, I made this, and you just feel you feel confident, like I can do this.
It's confidence and memories these kids are designing.
We can make a scrunchie.
Yay!
One stitch at a time.
Well, how fun is that? Well, we could see frost again overnight. Ariane has the outlook on the way.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
Range Bank's annual school supply drive is here again. Help make a difference in local schools by donating school supplies to any Range Bank location. Introducing the Range Bank School Spirit Debit Card. Since 2015, Range Bank has donated over $60,000 to local schools through this program. Proudly display your school's logo on your debit card. For a list of participating schools, visit rangebank.com. Joining Range Bank is shaping a brighter future for local schools. For more details about the 2023 school supply drive or to make a donation, visit rangebank.com. Range Bank, a bank for local schools. Member FDIC.
Let's review the math. Over 5.5 billion people have been vaccinated now from COVID-19. History shows that vaccines work. Experts have tested the COVID-19 vaccine to be safe and effective. It's kid-sized. Giving us the vaccine helps protect us all. Any questions, Mom? Dad? Talk to your healthcare provider.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Tonight,
I love me some Stephen Colbert.
Colbert's got RuPaul plus Ed Sheeran. Tonight on the Emmy-nominated Late Show.
19 News, named the UP's best news by the MAB.
Well, if we do see any frost this evening, it's going to be along that Wisconsin border. As you can see, Iron River with a temp of 44 as the low tonight. Could even get into those upper 30s. Everyone else a smidge warmer than that, maybe up to 55. Friends, we have a super moon going on and also a blue moon. So that means we have 2 full moons in 1 month, which is very rare. Only happens about every 10 years or so. And I believe Saturn is going to be visible. So if you haven't had a chance, maybe head outside there. Our next moon coming, full moon coming at the end of September. We've got a super sunny day tomorrow. And as you know, WZMQ loves our ice cream. Doesn't matter if it's raining, snowing, or sunny. But tomorrow, those highs 70 to about 85. And then Saturday, did you know we have a drive-in movie theater in Manistee on Highway 2. They've got double feature with Batman. Very lovely conditions for that evening. So make sure you check that out. Our 7-day outlook for Escanaba. We've got dry conditions until next week.
Finally tonight, Marquette County's Animal Shelter is hoping to find shelter dogs a forever home this weekend. The Upper Peninsula Animal Welfare Shelter, or UPAWS, is waiving adoption fees for all dogs during its Labor of Love event starting tomorrow through Sunday. All adoptions include spaying or neutering, pet vaccinations, and a microchip.
Be 14 to 15 available dogs for our Labor of Love Adoption Weekend event. Check out all the dogs. I will have bios all done tonight. Come and find yourself a furry friend.
Yes, we love all of the puppy pictures. UPAWS is requiring appointments to be made for all adoptions to ensure a personalized experience. We just need to get a station dog.
Dogs.
Yeah.
2.
Dogs.
Always 2. 3's a little bit much. 2 is enough. 2's great.
Yes. That's it for tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Summer has arrived in the UP, and everything feels new and fresh. Now it's the best time to get inspired and get out there. Take advantage of all the events, fairs, festivals, and parades that make the UP so great. WZMQ 19 News and Weather, getting you ready for Summer Fun 2023. Live and local 19 News, weeknights at 6 and 11.
If you served, we want you to get the health care and benefits you earned.